Hi, this is Linda Willow Roberts on Spiritual Events Directory from I'm a Manifestor Facebook page, here to pop on to talk to you about magical manifesting. So I'm just going to do some housekeeping, and so I'll be able to hear if anybody, or see if anybody's giving me any comments, and I won't be a moment. So let's have a look. I'm nearly there. Where am I? There I am. Make sure that I've turned it down, and I will just pop it up there, and hopefully nothing will fall off tonight. So here we are, that bloody eclipse season. So we've closed, the door has closed to the eclipse season. The full moon was the early hours this morning in Australia, so it still is, the energy is still there. So it's normally 3 days before and 3 days after. But that eclipse season, oh wow, didn't that bring up some stuff? Excuse me. I was really good while I was away. Hi Rachel, I was really good while I was away. So when I could stay in the present moment and I could just stay in the now, it was a really good energy. Then when I came home, it was a little bit like, I was thinking about what I was going to do, thinking about the past stuff, and it really took me a long time to get into the now thinking when I was home. So what I'm going to do in the show, so you know that this is the Magical Manifesting Show, so what I'm going to do is talk about the energies at the moment, pull a general reading, 3 cards like I normally do every week, and then what I'd like to do is I'll call on you to put your name down and ask for a card, but that won't happen for a little while. So for now, we'll just talk about the energies. Okay. Right, so we'll do the readings at the end, towards the end. Okay, so the energy at the moment, so the eclipse's door is closed. So what does that mean? I have felt really like magical, really in a good manifesting state. I've had some wonderful things happen. And so I've actually been able to use the energy and work with it to bring in some, different opportunities that aren't normally available to me. So I hope then it would absolutely grow from there. And the full moon, of course. So I've been a little bit tired. The eclipse season, I was dreaming a lot more dreams than I normally would, and a lot of them were symbolic, and a lot of them that even I, after studying things for 30, 35 years, a lot of dreams that I didn't quite understand either. So that's the way it goes. So the energy was quite bizarre. I felt the veil was thin, even though that's not quite what it felt like to me. I felt like that we were, closer to the energy more than the veil was thin. I know that the Schumann resonance at one point in between the eclipses was 110, and it's normally 7 point something. So therefore the layer around Earth was thinner. So I'm feeling like we were closer to the vibration rather than it being thinner, if that makes sense. So I really think at this point in time we still need to be careful about what we're saying, what we're thinking, what we're doing. I still think that we need to, what we say is what we get. Okay, you need to fake it until you make it. Manifesting wise, you need to be putting out that energy of saying, thinking and doing exactly what you want to come back in. Okay, so there's a few other things. We'll have a look. I've just got to do one more thing that I didn't do at the beginning. Won't be a moment. Right, done that. So let's have a look. I'm not seeing everybody's comments, so I'll get back out of it and then get back into it. So I hope that helps. Okay, so we're using my I'm a Manifestor Magical Oracle cards. They're back into republishing because I've sold out of the first 500 that came out. So if you would like to pre-order them, you just go to my website, which is lindawillowroberts.com. Okay, so I'm asking and I'm putting out the intent. A lot of people say to me, how do you use your cards, or how do you use oracle cards, or how do you just use cards? So what it is I do, I'm putting out the intent to the universe for us as a collective to see what the energy is doing at the moment, what we need to work with at the moment to get the best out of our lives for our highest good. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm asking, oops, and I dropped one, so you'll have to excuse me. Don't look at the mess behind me. And the card that came out was letting go. So basically that's the one that fell down, but I'm going to shuffle them again because I don't believe that that's the card. I just flipped it over with my hand. So I'm asking Spirit at this point in time, what energy are we dealing with for our highest good? So let's have a look. Okay, this is the card, manifesting card. So this is the card that's showing us that we're manifesting. We're in that manifesting energy. There's the two hands on the card and there's the cards up there. So we're looking at manifesting. It's there, it's ready to go. It's like we've put everything in place, and at this particular point in time, the manifesting is just there. It's just happening. Okay, and that will just ring true from the energy that I have felt lately. The manifesting, I just felt like it was such a magical time. Okay, let's have a look at the other card. So this is like a story. The manifesting card's the first one. Then we'll have a look at the next one and see where we're going with manifesting this week. And then, oh, look at that. Prosperity. So the first card that we had was manifesting. The second card we've got is prosperity. So we're manifesting prosperity. That's amazing. That's energy. The manifesting is wonderful, but look at the energy on that card. That's energy. That's just spiraling around us. So we are manifesting prosperity. So what we're doing and what's happening at the moment and where we're manifesting is we're manifesting prosperity. And it's such a beautiful place and a beautiful feeling. So just for a moment, I'm going to just sit in that energy, that prosperity, and let it just swirl around me. And that's what I would do if I was you. I would just sit in that energy for a second. And the third card, let's have a look at the third card at the moment. And that's trust. Okay, so see, she's on the magic carpet. There's a really big train there, and Archangel Nathaniel is up in the corner up there, and that is saying trust. Now, how I look at trusting when I'm manifesting is trusting is knowing that it's happening. It's being on that magic carpet ride with Spirit and know that they're taking you. So the first card was manifesting, so it's all up there ready to go. So we've done everything we needed to do. And then we get into that second card, which is the prosperity energy. And now it's trusting that Spirit. We're on the magic carpet ride with Spirit, and we're going to go with the flow, basically, and we're going to trust that that is what's happening. So that's a pretty good energy at the moment, and it's a really good card reading. So I really think the eclipses, cheers, I'm drinking water though. I really think the eclipses and the full moon had a lot to do with that energy and that prosperity and that manifesting. Rachel said, woohoo, I'm excited. My manifestations have been coming to fruition last 2 weeks. And that's what I think is happening. Now, you know that I've written The 7/8 of Me, A Tale of a Spiritual Adventurer, and that is my book, and that is available on lindawillowroberts.com.au. And this week I found out that the publisher is actually doing a screenplay treatment to send it off to see if any producers would like to turn it into a screenplay for a TV series or a movie. And that is just, would be a dream come true. That would be an absolute dream come true. So that's been happening this week. So you don't know, like, when we're manifesting, don't manifest small things. Reach to the stars and reach even further, okay? So that's what's been happening for me this week. So I'm really, really happy about that. And it's really magical stuff, and it's like, You know, I read something in here, and I'll just read a bit from my book. Where is it? No, this bit here. I found me. So that's the last chapter. Is I can't get it. Yep, I found me. Right. So I found me, which I wasn't lost, but I found me. I found who I was and where I come from. And I'm just going to read you the last chapter. I did all this, experienced all I did, all to find myself. No, to love and accept myself and to be the best version of me. Not perfect, just the authentic me. I'm not just Linda, little 5'2" woman anymore. I'm part star. I belong in the universe. I feel and see magical things every day. I manifest for me now that I'm a manifester. For those who don't believe in magic will never see it. So that was how I felt. That was how I felt. So I worked really hard on experiencing the things and seeing the things that I did and just trusting. So it does pay off. Stephanie just said, I ordered your cards. I just ordered my cards. Oh, yay, thank you. Donna said, I would love to know if my new project, I'll do the readings a little bit further on into this. So I am going to do some, pull some cards for everybody, but we're talking first about manifesting because that's what I want to talk to you about. Now, one of the things that I have people say to me is that they find it really hard to stay in the now, to be able to see the messages, the signs, the signals, the synchronicities. And why is it so important? Because we're busy. We've got kids and families and households to run and work and jobs to do. Why is it so important? It is important to be in the now so that you are experiencing the magic in the ordinary. Since I sort of stopped thinking about the future and the past and started staying right now, I get into a space like childlike, you know, when you see things for the first time, when you're curious and you look and then you look further to see what else is there to see. And by doing that, Spirit has opened so many doors for me and have shown me so many things. And even when I haven't been quite aware and I've been, you know, I'm a Leo, so I'm a bit of a man, sorry guys, but I often, you know, oh, how's that made? And I'm looking at things and then I'll take a photo and Karen, who's travelled with me, has tapped me on the shoulder and said, did you have a look at that last picture? I've gone, no. And there's a big shining light or something in there that's a sign for me to see, but I still get to see it. What's meant for you will never go past you. It's meant for you. So you will see it. So if you're waiting for a sign from Spirit, here it is. Try and stay in the now more so you see the signs. Try and be still in your mind. So stay in the present moment and do what you're doing now. Then you'll start seeing the signs more. Then you'll start registering what's actually being shown to you. Because in the stillness is when Spirit gets their messages through to us. They can't get messages through to minds that are constant chatter. They can't get messages to us and we don't hear them when there's a lot of white noise. It's when we're still. In between that stillness is when Spirit gives us that message, and that's when we hear them. And up until a few years ago, and I practiced meditation and all sorts of things, and I don't meditate as much as I should, hardly any time at the moment to do it, but I can imagine my angels and my guides being so bloody tired and lost their voices because I never listened. I never gave them time for me to just hear them. So that's the lesson that I want to talk to you and I wanted to share with you today. I wanted you to be still and be in the now. Know the energy at the moment's taking care of itself. We've got the manifesting, the prosperity card and the trust card. So they're taking care of themselves. But you need to be still and listen. So that's what I wanted to talk about at the moment. Donna said, great messages, Linda, thank you. And so true, thank you. So just practice it. I know that you haven't got free time all day, every day, but even if you did it at the same time every day, so you show up at the same time every day and practice the stillness, even for 5 minutes, if that's all you can spare. But if you do it at the same time, then Spirit's going to know that you're going to show up at that time. And it's a really good practice to get into, because then if you do it like routinely, as much as Spirit likes us not to, but just for a little while till you get used to it, then Spirit knows that you're going to turn up for them and they'll turn up for you. So that's what I wanted to talk. And I know I get naggy, but I want you to feel like what I felt like, and I want you to see the things that I've got to see. And I want you to be able to manifest, because I am the manifesting queen. Without a word of a lie, if I need something, Spirit brings it. And in big ways, not just small ways. And for those people that have been a little bit, skeptical, Spirit is going to bring it again, and they're going to go, oh my God, that was twice. Do you know, like, that's the way Spirit does it. They show, you lead by example, okay? So you lead by your own life. If I just sat here and I talked to you and it meant nothing and it wasn't coming from my heart, then you'd think, oh, this woman is full of shit. I don't want to be that woman. I've fought really hard for the first half of my life for it to change. And I wanted, and I made a conscious decision that I was not coming back next life to get half the shit that I've had to deal with in this life. That my next life around was going to be a breeze, and I'm going to live a blessed life, and I am living a blessed life already. So I'm not going to any longer put out that I'm going to have a good time or it be better then, because it's going to be better now. And I'm going to manifest for me now. So that's how important it is. That's my little naggy bit. That's all I'm saying. Ooh. Carrie said, wow, you're amazing. I was meditating last night to attune to my psychic abilities, and I've been told I'm quite spiritual. That's really good. That's really, really good. So, you know, that's what you've got to do. You've got to put the work in, show up and partner with Spirit and trust that they're there. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards. That's what we're all about. So what I would like you to do, so I come on here and I donate my time, and I'm going to give you, you know, a card reading from a manifesting perspective, right? Because I'm using my Manifestor Facebook page. I'm a Manifestor Magical Oracle cards, right? So we're going to do readings from, hi Karen, from a manifesting. So I'm going to pull a card for your highest good to see where you are manifesting and to help you manifest a little bit more. That's what it's about. It's the Magical Manifesting Show. So I'd like you to be, of course, Spiritual Events Director, a liker of this page. You know that I'm Linda Willow Roberts, and you can find me on I'm a Manifestor Facebook page. My website is lindawillowroberts.com, but I'd like you to share this live feed so that Spiritual Events Directory can get out there a little bit more, because they've got so many talented psychic, clairvoyant, healers, inspirational speakers popping on all the time. So at different times through the day, different day, you've got different people. And it's just great. So share this live feed. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got Paula King. Can I have a card, please? Yes, you can, Paula. Let's have a look. Now, I can only see this much of people's comments as I'm going. So I'm going to only see what's there. So put your name down and I'll get to you if I can. Okay, so Paula. For Paula's highest good, what do we need to share with Paula about manifesting? Oh, playfulness. That's the card that's come up, Paula. What it's saying is be playful. See my grandpups on there? My border collie grandpups. I don't know if you can see them. But they're there. Playfulness. So, Paula, instead of being so serious and thinking about your problems and thinking about a certain person, a certain thing, a certain situation, you need to forget about it for a little while, have some fun, muck around, dance, play, lighten the energy around that. You know, if I've got something that's really bothering me and I'm really worrying about, say, my daughter, I put it up to the universe and I say, please look after Holly, and I let it go and I stop thinking about it because I don't want to build on that energy. So have some fun, darling. Tamika Bauer, can I have a card? You certainly can. Let's have a look. Tamika Bauer. So what are we manifesting for Tamika? Let's have a look. So don't forget to share this live feed. And I really mean that. Share it so other people can pop on. Okay, Tamika Bauer. Let's have a look. Okay, feelings is the card that you got, Tamika. Now see, I don't know if you can see that the lady is swimming and floating in the water, and there's mermaids and dolphins and turtles, but she's floating. So what feeling do you feel, Tamika, if you were floating on water? It's peaceful and it's calm. So what it's saying is the feelings card is start doing some of the feelings that you want to feel, okay? So if you want to feel peace and calm, then you start doing those actions that would make you feel that. So what makes me feel peaceful and calm? I go and sit by the water. I go and sit in nature, or I go for a walk. I connect to the earth, okay? But you can do anything that makes you feel peaceful and calm. And it could be listening to some music, talking to somebody, or just relaxing. But you need to do something that is peaceful and calm, and you need to mirror the feelings that you want to bring in. Okay, who have we got? Paula, I gave you a card, darling. Donna Ferguson. Let's have a look for you, darling. So what sort of card? So don't forget to share this live feed. Donna Ferguson, let's have a card for you. Let's have a card for you. Donna Ferguson. Let's have a look. Donna Ferguson, it's the forgiveness card. Okay, so look at the person there. It's symbolic. Okay, it's symbolic. The person is not really there, because forgiveness is about you. It's you. When you forgive somebody, it stops you from being a slave of the past, and it unloads and unpacks stuff in your heart, and it makes room for new stuff. So Donna, step into the forgiveness. You may have already been doing it, but keep doing it. Keep doing the forgiveness. Don't ever accept bad behaviour. That's not what I'm saying. But forgive them because they don't know any better. And forgive them because, basically because I'm a nice person. I think that's what it came down to when I did the forgiveness. It was because I really don't want any harm. My thoughts are very, very powerful, and they always have been, and a bit on the witchy side, I suppose. But anybody that's ever done anything to me, something's happened to them. Even when we've been mucking around and had water fights, I've sort of said to them, don't do anything, because if you do, something will happen to you, because that's generally what's happened in my life, you know. And so I'm aware of my thoughts and how powerful that they are. So I'm all the time, when I'm Donna, when I'm forgiving them, it's not just for my benefit, but I'm forgiving them because I don't want any negativity to go from me to them, you know. So I'm really, really quite passionate about forgiveness, and it just, You know, like at the end of your life, the Egyptians talk about the afterlife, and they talk about weighing your heart against a feather. That's the best depiction of anything of the afterlife that I've ever heard. And it just makes so much sense that we need to have a light heart, and unforgiveness doesn't make anything light. It's like mud. It's like weighs us down. So piss that off. Let's forgive everybody and get on with it, I reckon. Okay, Donna said wonderful. Stephanie Stephanie Jane would like a card. Let's have a look. So we're using the I'm a Manifestor Magical Oracle cards. Please share this live feed. And Stephanie, let's have a look. Stephanie, what can we help you with manifesting? Let's have a look, Stephanie. Oh, children, look at that. This is Stephanie. How would you manifest with this children card? Do you know the best thing that we can do? On this card, there's a child that's learning to surf. There's another one having fun with a nan. There's a ballet dancer. There's Legos. We let children be and do whatever they want to be. Okay? We look, if we're lucky enough, we get to look through children's eyes. They have a curiosity. So it's definitely, this is what it's saying to have a childlike mind. You can be anything that you want to be. You can be curious and you can look at things through a childlike eyes. That's going to help you with manifesting. How? Because Spirit's wanting you to find things that you loved doing when you were a child. It's to go back to that. It's to go back to those things, okay? And it's having fun. Look at that. They're doing all sorts of things. It's within our power as parents to let our kids know that they can be anything that they want. They do not need to fit in a box. They can be and do and go and create, and as long as we teach them manners and morals and all of those basic parenting things that we need to teach them. It breaks my heart. I know a teacher that's at school and in early primary, and she has kids coming to school that haven't had their hair brushed, that haven't had breakfast and haven't got any lunch, you know. So instead of worrying about, oh, I'm going to go on a tangent here. Instead of worrying about the children and that they have brand names on and they go and do the right thing at the right time with the right people, let's feed them properly. Let's teach them manners. Let's lead by example. Let's show them that the world is their oyster and that they can do whatever they want to. And take care of them. Because when they grow up and be adults like me, I've had to do inner child work. I've had to go back at me as a small girl and imagine me coming up to that small girl that was 5 and placing her in my heart and giving her a hug. Nurture them. Sometimes I go on a bit of a tangent, don't I? Okay, let's have a look. Jackie's, is it Saunders? I have to put my glasses on. Yes, could I have a card, please? Yes, Jackie, you can. So you know that I'm using the manifesting cards. Let's have a look, Jackie. Okay, so how can we help Jackie manifest? I think, Jackie, that you need to be still. I feel like it's scattered energies, that you're trying to do too many things at once, but we'll have a look at what the cards say. Self-love, Jackie. There you go. This is the self-love. You need to take care of yourself. There's a woman there in a hammock. There's the heart, the green heart, which is the heart chakra. And there's a bird that's just taken the heart out of the cage. So self-love. How does manifesting using self-love work, Jackie? It's the starting point. It's the having boundaries, knowing that you're worthy. But at the beginning, I felt like you're trying to do too many things all at once, and probably you're not looking after yourself. You know, you've got to do the boundaries, and you've got to, you know, give and take, and you've got to say no. And that's part of the boundaries that I think that you're needing to do. You're trying to help so many people all at once. I hope that helps you. Don't forget to share this live feed. Heidi May I please have a card? Yes, you may. But first, Heidi, I just want to wait for a second, because I feel like there's father figures coming in, grandfather figures, Heidi, and I just wanted that energy to settle. So let's have a look at how we can help you manifest. Okay, so this is using the feng shui card. So this is cleaning out the clutter. But remember feng shui, so there you've got the door open, the window open, the breeze coming through, you've got bamboo, you've got a dragon, you've got some coins, wind chimes, the yin and the yang, the bagua. So feng shui and manifesting. So what you need to do is clean the clutter. So that means mind, body and soul. So that means your surroundings, and I did that today. I thought, today I was so motivated, and I went, thanks, the eclipse is over. So I cleaned up everything. So it's the balance. It's they're not putting toxins into your body, cleaning the area around you, opening the doors and windows and letting the chi flow through there. It's like making sure that you're bringing in the positive area, but I really think that you need to declutter. That was the main thing that came in. Okay, so for those that have just joined, I'm using the I'm a Manifestor Magical Oracle cards, which are my own cards. They're available at my website, which is lindawillowroberts.com. I also have my book, which is 7/8 of Me, A Tale of a Spiritual Adventurer. I'm doing 2 shows. I'm doing a show in Launceston on the 4th of August. Karen Slater and myself are doing the Spiritual Psychic Show. And that is at Pepper's Silo Hotel. On the 11th of August, I'm in Melbourne with Claire Hill Coaching, and we're doing how to love your spiritual gifts and use them 24/7. So that's where you can find me. Okay, I've got Rizzy. Rizzy, I would love a card, please. Thanks, hun. Okay, Rizzy. I like that, Rizzy. Sounds like that you've got lots of energy, bit quirky. So let's have a look, Rizzy. What can we get? How can we help you? I feel like, how can we help you get? It's like get something. You're wanting something. But instead of going, I want, say I have. Okay? But don't think I have this exactly. Say that or something better, Spirit. Okay, let's have a look, Rizzy. Let's have a look. Okay, shine. This is a beautiful card. So what this means is, the shine card means that you're standing there and you need to let yourself shine, that you have abilities and that you have the wisdom and the knowledge to help the people around you. To shine means to be a guiding light. So lead by example. So what people see you doing is you shining, and they will see what you're doing and want to join in. You're a beacon, so what it means is that you will attract people to be able to help them. But you need to allow yourself to shine. You need to allow yourself to get out there. You need to allow yourself to be the teacher that you probably are. And that's what I wanted to say. And I want you to shine, because you can help a lot of people. Okay, we have Gabby. Gabby, I'm going to try and say your name, but I need my glasses. Majstorovic. I hope I said that properly, Gabby. I'm terrible at pronunciation. Okay, so share this live feed, please. Okay, Gabby, let's have a look. Let's have a look. How can we help Gabby manifest, Spirit? It's like 1, 2, and 3. Gabby, that's just what I have. You're like 1, 2, and 3. That's all I can hear. This is what you get, 1, 2, and 3. So, Gabby, that was really, really, I don't know. I hope that makes sense to you and it resonates, Gabby. So, anyway, Gabby, let's have a look. Majstorovic. Right. Oh, the career card. So this means, Gabby, that see the energy around this lady. Obviously, she's a florist. There's flowers there. But the energy, Gabby, is of doing your life purpose, doing what you came here to earth to do. So when you step in, step it, she said, 1, 2, and 3. It's something about 3, Gabby, I reckon, because I went 1, 2, 3. So I would say it's number 3. So when you step into doing that, the career, everything else falls into place because it's what you're here on earth to do. So money falls into place, your happiness, everything else, because that's the energy that we're living in. You're living in when you're doing the career and you're here doing what you're supposed to do, and you're in service. So you're helping people. So that's, you know, but it's the 3. So I really think if you have a choice, pick the 3rd one. I really think that is really important. Okay, Shelley McQueen. Hi, Linda. We're so grateful for a card. Let's have a look. Shelley, let's have a look. So don't forget to share this live feed. Be a liker of Spiritual Events Directory. Pop over and be a liker of I'm a Manifestor Facebook page, Linda Willow Roberts. Let's have a look. Shelley, what can we do for you? Oh, I like this card. Now, this is the surroundings card. So if you can see on the card there are people sitting around a fire, and there's a dog, and they're playing a guitar, and look, there's a dove, and there's hearts, and it's surroundings. Shelley, it's about the people that you have around you. So in a manifesting perspective, who you have around you and what's going around you in your life is what will mirror you. So when we're manifesting, we actually need to be and do and act and say and think exactly what we want to attract. So the people around you in this picture, they're loving, happy people sitting around, you know, listening to music outdoors. And I know life's not perfect, and I know that's a pretty picture. Okay, so we're not going to bullshit and say that that's how life's supposed to be all the time. But it's really important that you make an effort to be surrounded by people that are going to raise you up and aren't toxic. Okay, because whatever you want to attract, you need to be surrounded by it. Okay, so I hope that helped you, Gabby. Let's Claire. Oh, another Claire. I'm going to try and pronounce your name. Sokolowski. Claire Sokolowski. I don't think I said that right, but I tried. Okay, Claire. Let's have a card for you. Don't forget to share this live feed. Claire. Okay, let's have a look. How can we help you manifest? Now, I'm looking over at my candles and I'm looking at them like you need to turn the light on. It's like you're sitting in the dark, darling. So we've got the shaman, the Native American shaman card for you. So we're wanting to turn the light on for you. Okay, so this is like a vision quest, a shaman vision quest. You use Native American shamanism. They go on a vision quest. They go in search of themselves. They connect with their ancestors, birds in flight, the Indian music, the flute music, the drum. Do you know, anything that you can connect, that they're wanting to bring you, to turn the light on for you. I feel like that you've been down in the abyss and you're now ready to, you know, be the phoenix and rise out of the ashes. And I really think that this card is going to help you. So if you could do some Native American shamanistic guided meditations, or listen to some Indian music or drumming, or get Dreamcatcher around you, anything that starts bringing that realm into you, I think is going to start turning the light on for you. I really feel like Yeah, you just need the light on. And so I hope that helped you. I'm going to put the card up again for you because I wanted you to look at that card. I went to Sedona, not last month, the month before, in Arizona, and I sat in at different spots, vortex spots, and it's beautiful. It was just the most beautiful energy. But I kept going back to Egypt, and it was on very similar energy to Egypt. So really, I know that we have different sites, sacred sites, and different nationalities and different learning and spiritual beliefs, but really they are all connected. They really are, and they're one. Now, Nikki Mari said, sorry to keep asking, I'd love a card, please. Thank you, Linda. I've seen the rainbows. I'm the rainbow girl. Okay. Don't forget to share the live feeds, please. Okay, Nikki, how can we help you manifest? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I love the artwork on this card. Okay, so this is the sacred place. So this is the sacred place card, and look at her. She's sitting there. I just don't want the light. I want it to be. You get the feeling for that card. She's sitting there in her sacred place, aligned, balanced, and just being. That's where you are, Nikki. That's where you need to be. That's where you're going to go manifesting. Now, the sacred place also can be the place of birth, where you grew up, where your roots are, going back to basics. It can be that place in your mind where you go back to. You know, I've got places that I go to that are my sacred places, but it's also within that's my sacred place. So, Nikki, that's where you're needing to go. I can go to the ocean or to a river, and I can draw from the water, and I can recharge my batteries, and I can have clarity in my thinking when I'm by the water. So that, again, is another sacred place for me to go. So go to your sacred place, go within. Even if you can't get there physically, go within in your mind and visualize that sacred place and seek the oneness. And I really think that's really, look, she's got the lotus leaf flower up above her. She's just there, you know. There's no one else there. She's just there, and she's at peace. So that's where you need to be, Nikki. Okay, let's have a look. Maureen said, oh, how awesome. Claire said, thank you. Alan Rowell said, may I have a card, please, Linda? You may. Let's have a look for Alan. So, Alan, I don't know if you know, we're using the I'm a Manifestor Magical Oracle cards, which are my own cards, and they're on my website, lindawillowroberts.com, with my book, 7/8 of Me, A Tale of a Spiritual Adventurer. So I'm talking about manifesting, Alan. So I'm going to pull a card. No, slap, slap, slap. I'm going to select the card that Spirit allows me to, because sometimes I forget and it's not me. So we'll put out to Spirit the intent for a card to help you manifest what it is that you need to for your highest good. So let's have a look, Alan. What does Alan need help with, or how can we share some information? Okay, Alan, this is the playfulness card. Okay, now you might ask, playfulness, how the hell is that going to help me? Well, we've had it once tonight, and I'll explain it again. When we're thinking about something and we're serious and we're really trying to nut something out, we're trying to make something happen, we can actually be really serious. And it's an energy that's really hard to manifest from, because we're serious and our energy is thick. And we're a lower energy, So when we bring the playfulness and we stop thinking about what we're trying to manifest, and we stop trying to make something happen, and we stop thinking about it and start being playful and lightening up our mood, that actually raises our vibration. So that helps us manifest. So Alan, that's what you need to do at the moment. You need to invite a bit of play in, not be so pragmatic is the word that I'm getting, and I don't very often use pragmatic, but Alan, if that suits, I hope that helps you. It's really hard because I myself have been trying to push doors open at times and they weren't meant for me. So at times I've been so serious about making something happening, I learnt that I can't make shit into strawberry jam. So you just have to just lighten up and probably give it over to spirit so that they can actually do what they need to. And you need to let that part go. So it needs to be, yeah, playfulness, play some more. And it's really hard when you're trying to make something happen. If somebody said to me, I'm a Leo and I'm a fairly strong, independent woman, if I was doing something and somebody turned around and said, stop thinking about it, I'd probably tell them to get nicked. So I hope you take it as not in a harsh way. Okay, let's have a look who else is there. Kari Mitchell, love and blessings to all. Thank you, darling. Maureen Hopkins, I'd love a card. Okay, let's have a look. Maureen. How can we help Maureen manifest for her highest good? Maureen, I feel excited for you. I feel like that things are just about happening and that it's, yeah, I'm starting to get excited for you, Maureen. So let's have a look what the card's saying. Okay, trust. This is the magic carpet. If you can see that card, there's a train. I call it the spiritual train. She's on a magic carpet there. And there's Archangel Nathaniel. Now, if you ever called on Archangel Nathaniel, wow, doesn't he come in and he just burns everything negative out of the way? So, trusting. It's actually hopping on the spiritual train. This is how I say it, right? When I trust. So I'm giving you my opinion. This is about me. And I'm telling you what's worked, what haven't. I've created these cards because I wanted them to be logical and I wanted them to not have to even think, what does that mean? So the spiritual train. When I'm on the spiritual train and I trust, everything flows. And it's like I'm flowing with it. When I hop off the spiritual train, everything turns to shit. It just isn't fluid. So trusting is like being on a magic carpet to me, and I go from one synchronicity sign message to another synchronicity. So this is how I move, and it's easy. So this is what you need to do more of, is trust, partner with spirit, and go with the flow. So that will certainly help you. And I really felt that an excitement, and it's just about, so just trust it's happening. I think that's what you need to do. Okay. Nikki said, yes, so true. Thank you, Linda. You're welcome, darling. Alan said, thank you very much. Julie, don't forget to share this live feed. Be a liker of the page, Spiritual Events Directory. I'm over it. I'm a Manifestor Facebook page, Linda Willow Roberts. Julie Sinclair, can I have a card, please? Yes. Julie, before I pick a card for you, I feel like that you haven't had a voice. I wanted to cover my mouth, that you're not able to say what you want to say. And I really feel like, gee, that's been really hard, that you're not being able to have a voice. Anyway, let's have a look, and I know what that's like, and it's made me a little bit emotional. So that's a really hard thing. So when I have problems with finding my voice. I wear a lot of blue because blue is your throat chakra. And you can say things with love. You can go into your heart space and use your voice and talk with love. Okay, Julie, let's have a look. Let's pull a card for you. Okay, and we've got the Native American Shamanism card, and that's about, you know, a vision quest and calling in your ancestors and helping them. But I don't, do you know, Julie, I just don't feel like that card is right for you. Are you still there? Can you put up a couple of hearts or likes if you're still there? Because I'd like to talk to you a little bit more. I'm not having any. Are you there, Julie Sinclair? You know, I think she's gone. We're going to continue on. Okay. There's something there. Just found my voice. I can't quite see it. So, Julie Sinclair, I think that's you. Can you press a couple of hearts or like buttons on the right-hand side? Down the bottom, there's a blue and a red one. Yeah. I think she said, I've just found my voice. I was shuffling cards and a couple were flying out, and I really think none of them are for you, and I don't think I'm supposed to pull a card for you. I think that what I want to say to you is you are a beautiful person. Keep going. Keep putting, when you're trying to give voice to something for yourself and to affirm. There's been times when I've written some of my shittiest times. I've sat down and I've written pages and pages and pages of gratitude lists on all the things that I've been grateful for, and I would talk to myself in the mirror. And Louise Hay taught me 20 odd years ago to put my hand on my throat, and when I look at myself in the mirror and I'm talking to myself, to give my voice and my throat chakra power. So I would put my hand on my throat and look in the mirror and say stuff. Just keep exploring it, just keep going. I just wish that I could see how Spirit sees you and how I see you. You have this beautiful spark inside of you, and I just keep going. Just keep doing what you're doing, and one step at a time. And I'm really gee wish if all your ancestors, the shamanistic card did come up, and I'm gonna say, if all your ancestors could stand there and passed over loved ones, they are saying that they are very, very proud of you. And just remember that. That makes me want to, I wish I could cuddle you. This is the tough thing about doing live feeds on Facebook. That's why I don't do medium readings, because I can't be there to actually give emotional support and actually give somebody a cuddle. And I feel so much for people. And I'm an intuitive, an empath. I've learned over the years how I can protect myself, but I'm totally open, and my heart is open when I do Facebook Lives, and I just wish that I could be in the same place with you sometimes when I give you messages. But anyway, let's go. Who else? Carrie Mitchell said, shared the love. Could I have a card, please? Sorry to keep on, but would love some manifesting guidance. Well, there you go, Spirit. Carrie would love some manifesting guidance. So I would like in the future for you, if you're going to give her signs, give her bloody big ones so that she sees them. Let's start with that one first. So what we could do is as a theta healer, I can ask everybody that's watching at this point in time is, well, let's ask Spirit to come in and show everybody the true way to see manifesting guidance when it's given by Spirit. And if you want that, just say yes for that download. Okay, Carrie Mitchell, let's go. Oh, that made me a bit pins and needly. Let's have a look. Carrie Mitchell. Home is where the heart is, my darling. appreciate your home. Now, it's saying to you that what you're doing is you're putting it out there for your home to be a loving, peaceful, happy place. It is your castle in the sky. The trouble is sometimes we get bogged down with the stuff that we've got to do for everybody at home that we don't get to enjoy it so much. So just make sure that you absolutely stay present in your home and make sure that it's love and peaceful and you are nurturing yourself in your home. Okay, now I want to remind you that we have got 7 tickets left to the Melbourne show. We're nearly sold out. We've only got 7 tickets left. So if you're in Melbourne on the 11th of August, you can head over to Claire Hill Coaching, hop on to her webpage, who happens to be my niece. We're doing a show together. And click on to the shop and you'll see that Linda Willow Roberts and Claire Hill are doing a psychic spiritual show to show you how to love your spiritual gifts. So that's 7 tickets left. There's only 7 tickets left. And if you're in Launceston, Tasmania, on the 4th of August, I am doing a show called the Spiritual Psychic Show, and it's on the 4th of August at Pepper's Silo, and you can head over to the event page called the Spiritual Psychic Show. Okay, so let's have a look. Who else have we got here? I need my glasses. Maureen said that sounds positive. Alan said completely understand, thank you. Vicky said I'm blistering, Maureen. Janie said hello. Tracy Gravemaker, I need to pull a card for you. So Tracy, let's have a look. So Tracy, I'm asking Spirit, the archangels, angels, gods, guides, gurus, ascended masters, universe, light, white, creator, whatever words that we use. She would like a card to help her manifest what it is that she wants for her highest good. Okay, so Tracy, this is the belief card. Now she's sitting there, the person who happens to be me, and there are my guides behind me who actually are my guides. Now this picture of my guides behind me, I've actually got a photo that I've taken in a bush setting and they're all up in the trees. So I've actually got them on film and seen them with my mortal eyes. So to believe that they're behind us, and then there's a staircase over here that's like it's there. So believe that they're all there behind you. There isn't a here and there. They're in another vibration right next to us. And I've seen that in with my mortal eyes in a temple in Egypt. I think it was at Dendra. We flew from Cairo down to Aswan and then went out in the desert for about 5 hours under armoured guard. We had private access. You know, I've actually had private access into the Great Pyramid, and I've laid in the sarcophagus up in the Great Pyramid, and they've turned the lights off so we could meditate up there. So I've seen it with my mortal eyes, and what it looks like is it's a heat haze, and it looks like liquid, like water, but thicker, sort of jelly, but it's translucent, and you can see right through it, and it moves like a heat haze. So, Tracy, know that Spirit is behind you, your guides, your gurus, your ancestors, your totem animals, symbols. There is just so many things that we have, and from sacred site to sacred site that I've gone to around the world, I've picked up more information, more symbols, more ancestors, more knowledge, and it just really builds you up. So know and have the belief that the older and the more you learn, that they are with you, that you're never alone. You are never alone, Tracy. Okay, so I've got to go. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. This is Linda Willow Roberts. I'm on Spiritual Events Directory on the Magical Manifesting Show. I'm back every Wednesday between 6 and 7. You can find me on the I'm a Manifestor Facebook page. You can purchase my cards, better put them up the right way, and my book on lindawillowroberts.com. And 2 events coming up, one in Launceston and one in Melbourne. There's only 7 tickets left in Melbourne. Thank you very much for thank you very much for joining me. Love you. Have a great week and a great weekend. And remember, we're manifesting always. So think, say, be, and do exactly what you want to ripple back in, because you're a magical manifesting magnet.